Ever feel like the world's like catching up faster than you could even say algorithm?
It's a lot, right?
Seriously. But hey, that's why we're here. Today's deep dive, it's all about you and how you can unlock some seriously valuable technical skills this year, next year really, looking ahead.
We've got your back. We're going deep into this World Insider Guide, technical skills, your guide to career success. It's a lot to unpack, but we're going to help you navigate this whole world. Exciting, maybe a little intimidating, we get it.
Right. And you know what? This guide makes it clear right off the bat. Tech skills, they're not just for like the coding masterminds anymore.
Not at all.
They're becoming like absolutely essential across every industry, which honestly, even I've been noticing that just in my own life.
100%. The days of tech skills just being for the tech people, those days are long gone. And to your point, this guide cites a Burning Glass Technology study jobs that require coding skills. For example, they can command salaries, get this up to $22,000 higher.
Okay, you had me at $22,000. But before we get too far, let's make sure we're all on the same page. When we say technical skills, what are we actually talking about?
It's a great question because honestly, it's a much broader concept than a lot of people realize. It's not just like sitting down and writing code. It's about understanding and then actually using technology in a really effective way no matter what you do.
So like it's a set of tools almost.
Yes, tools that empower you to solve problems, work smarter, not harder, and future-proof your career in a world that's, well, becoming more digital every single day.
Future-proofing, see, now that's something I can get behind. So it's not just about being like a techie. It's about using tech to be better at what you do.
Nailed it. And this guide does such a good job of breaking down the most in-demand skills right now, almost like they've figured out which doors those specific skills can unlock for your career, which I love that visual.
Okay, I'm into it. Door number 1, hit me. What's behind it?
Door number 1 leads to the world of artificial intelligence and machine learning, better known as AI/ML. We're talking about those systems that can, like, learn from data and then do things that usually only humans could do.
So we're talking self-driving cars. The recommendations I get on Spotify are those chatbots AI, the ones that are, like, scarily smart.
All of the above. And here's the thing. As complex as it sounds, AI/ML is actually getting easier to get into thanks to these platforms, these frameworks, TensorFlow, PyTorch. It's like they give you the tools to build these intelligent algorithms.
So even if I'm not, building the next ChatGPT, understanding even the basics of AI/ML, that's a good thing to have on my resume.
100%. This guide really stresses just knowing the basic concepts can give you a major advantage in the job market right now.
On to door number 2 then. What's waiting for us behind this one?
This is all about data. Think of it like you walk through this door and you're suddenly a data whisperer. Someone who can look at these massive amounts of information and actually find the meaning.
Data whispering. I like the sound of that. So it's about what? Finding the stories in the data. All right, tell me more about data science and analytics. It feels huge.
It's a field that is absolutely exploding right now. And with the right skills, the right tools, you can analyze data, you can spot the trends before anyone else, make predictions, even help businesses make major decisions.
Okay, so no more just going with my gut data's got my back. I saw the guide mention tools like Tableau and Power BI. What are those all about?
Those are the heavy hitters, the power tools for data visualization. They make it so you can take these massive data sets and actually understand them and then present what you've learned to other people. No more confusing spreadsheets.
I love it. All right, lead the way to door number 3. What's next on our tech skills adventure?
This is about security, which in our digital world, let's be real, more important than ever. Door number 3, it's all about cybersecurity.
Makes sense. It's not just about strong passwords anymore, is it? It feels way bigger.
Way bigger. Now we're talking about protecting really sensitive information, making sure systems are safe from cyber attacks, making sure the entire digital world is a safer place.
So cybersecurity experts, they're like the digital detectives, right? The guardians of the internet.
I love that. And here's the thing. It's a field with a massive shortage of skilled people, which means huge demand. And you know what that means.
Job security.
Job security.
I like the sound of that. All right, door number 4. I'm starting to think we're in a tech mansion, not just a house.
Just wait, there are more. Behind door number 4, you're going to find the backbone of pretty much every app and service we use. Cloud computing.
Oh, I know this one. We're talking about those giants, right? Amazon Web Services.
Yeah.
Azure is that, Microsoft. And what was the other one? Google Cloud Platform?
You got it. They're the engines behind the whole digital world, right?
Yeah.
Understanding how they actually work, how to manage data in the cloud, how to use all the cloud-based tools, it's essential for anyone who even touches technology.
It's funny, it does feel like almost every company I talk to, they're moving to the cloud.
It's the future. And that means those cloud computing skills more and more valuable every day.
So if I want to be ahead of the game, cloud computing is where it's at. All right, next door. What's next on our tech skills treasure hunt?
Behind door number 5, we've got a field that needs both the creative side and the tech side, full stack development.
Okay, I have to admit that one always makes me a little nervous.
Yeah.
Can you break it down for me? What do these full stack developers actually do?
They're the architects of the web. They're fluent in the front end, which is everything you see on a website, the part you interact with, and the back end, which is all the behind the scenes magic that makes it all work.
So they're like, what, the Swiss Army knife of web development?
I love that. Exactly. They need to know languages like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for the front end, and then languages like Python, Java, or Ruby for the back end, plus databases and how to connect everything. It's a lot.
That's a lot of hats to wear.
It is challenging, no doubt, but also so incredibly rewarding. If you're a skilled full stack developer, you can build an entire web application on your own.
Wow. Okay, I'm ready for more. What's next? Door number 6. What's behind it?
Behind this door, we've got a field that's all about efficiency, about making things faster, more reliable, more automated in the software world. It's DevOps.
Oh, DevOps. That's another one. Like, I hear it everywhere, but what's actually so special about it?
So DevOps, it's basically streamlining the entire process. How do we get software from the developers to the people who are going to use it? It's about breaking down walls between different teams, making things more automatic, and making sure those software updates are faster and more reliable.
So speed and agility and making sure things don't break.
Yes. And that requires being good with tools and technologies like Docker and Kubernetes. They help with all that automation, especially when you're dealing with a ton of users.
Docker, Kubernetes. It's a whole new world. This is fascinating stuff, but I have a feeling there's more, right? We're not done.
Oh, we're just getting started. We've got even more doors to open, each one with a new, valuable, and honestly pretty fascinating technical skill set.
All right, I'm ready to jump back in. Our tech treasure hunt continues. What's behind door number 7?
This door, it's a technology that's been causing a stir for a while now, and it's only getting bigger. Blockchain.
Okay, blockchain. I know it's like the tech behind Bitcoin, Ethereum, all those cryptocurrencies, but if I'm being honest, I don't totally get it.
A lot of people don't, and it's a great question because, yeah, people always connect blockchain with crypto, but honestly, it can do so much more. Imagine like a digital ledger, but it's super secure, everyone can see what's happening, transparency is key, and you can't mess with it. Like, it's tamper-proof. That's blockchain at its core.
So instead of just money stuff, like a regular ledger, we can track anything on this blockchain thing.
Exactly. Think about like where your food comes from, your clothes, whatever. Blockchain can track a product through the entire supply chain so you know it's legit, ethically sourced, all that good stuff. And get this, you can even have these self-executing contracts, they call them smart contracts, written in code on the blockchain. It's wild.
Smart contracts. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's like we're living in the future.
Yeah.
So blockchain, it's not about becoming like a crypto wizard. It's about understanding this tech that could totally change how, like, everything works.
You got it. And this guide makes it clear, even just knowing the basics of blockchain can give you a serious leg up in the job market. Things are changing fast.
Explore blockchain.
Yeah.
Going on my to-do list for sure. Okay, what's up next? Door number 8. What's behind it?
This one, it's where the real world and the digital world, they start to become one. The Internet of Things, or IoT for short.
Okay, IoT. I feel like I've got a handle on this one. We're on all the smart devices, right? My phone, my fridge, even those cities that are like totally wired up.
Exactly. Connecting everyday objects to the internet so they can collect data, share data. It's already changing how we live. Your fridge that orders groceries when you're running low. IoT. Traffic lights that change based on traffic. IoT.
My fitness tracker, that's IoT in action, right?
Yep. But it's not just about using these devices. It's about understanding the tech behind them, embedded systems programming, sensor integration. That's where the real skills come in.
So you want to build the next generation of these smart devices. That's what you got to learn.
100%. And as more and more things become smart, those skills, they're golden.
Okay, I'm ready. Door number 9. This is like tech skill wonderland.
Behind the store, we've got, I'm curious to see what you think, robotics and automation.
Oh, robotics. Okay, so that used to seem like, I don't know, super sci-fi to me, but now it's like everywhere I look.
It's true. And as automation keeps advancing, people who can actually design, build, and fix those robots, those automated systems, they're in high demand.
I saw in this guide they talked about ROS, the robot operating system.
Mm.
What's it all about?
Think of it like the foundation, the software toolkit that lets you build a robot. It's what makes it all work.
So, serious about a career in robots.
Yeah.
Learn ROS.
Definitely. This guide also talks a lot about computer vision, teaching robots to see the world around them. That's huge.
So not just those robots that do the same thing over and over. We're talking about robots that actually understand what they're seeing.
Exactly. And that field, robotics, it's
Yeah.
just getting started.
I can't even imagine what's next. Okay, one more door. Right. What's behind number 10?
Door number 10, this one hits close to home for a lot of people. This is about using tech to make a difference. Sustainable technology.
With, everything happening with the climate, the environment, this one feels especially important.
It is. It's about using tech to build a greener, more sustainable future. And that can mean a lot of things. Renewable energy, how we design buildings, transportation. It's a big field.
So what kind of skills are we talking about here? What makes you a sustainable tech expert?
Honestly, it really brings together a lot of different things. But some of the big ones, coding in a way that saves energy, designing apps that help people live more sustainably, like imagine a smart energy grid for your house, or an app that tracks your carbon footprint. Those are just a couple of examples.
So it's about like using your tech skills to do good in the world.
Exactly. And because more and more companies, more and more people, they care about sustainability now. Those skills, they're in demand and only going to become more so.
It's pretty cool seeing how tech can be used to solve these huge problems, not just build the next gadget.
I agree. And as we've seen from these 10 doors, the possibilities really are endless.
This has been amazing. Seriously eye-opening. We've covered so much AI, cybersecurity, blockchain, sustainable tech. We even touched on robots. But and maybe this is the hard part. How do we actually learn all this stuff? How do people listening actually get these skills, use them in the real world? That's where the real magic happens.
We're preaching to the choir. This World Insider Guide, it's amazing because it doesn't stop at, here are the cool skills. They give you the whole roadmap, how to upskill. Anyone can use this to thrive in this new world.
I think, it's easy to get caught up in the, oh, wow, AI is cool. I want to learn that. But then it's like, wait, how do I actually do that? This guide, though, they really break that down.
Yeah, they really do. And they make it clear this isn't like some crash course, become an expert overnight kind of thing. It's way more personalized. It's about figuring out, okay, where are you at with all this right now?
So I don't have to like quit my job tomorrow and go to coding boot camp.
Only if you want to. This guide, it's all about strategy. And it starts with, looking in the mirror a little. What skills do you already have, E? What are you missing? Self-assessment, they call it.
You had that cool tool, the technical skills gap analysis.
Yeah.
I was playing around with it, surprisingly fun for something called a gap analysis, right?
It's a great tool. And it's a perfect example of how they make this guide actually useful. That tool, it helps you figure out, okay, what should I be focusing on? What do I need to learn? But it connects it back to your own goals.
Because none of us have unlimited time, right? I can't just learn every single tech skill. It's
No.
got to be relevant to me.
Exactly. And once you know, okay, these are the skills I need, then the guide talks a lot about setting SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, all that good stuff.
So instead of being like, I should learn Python, it's, I'm going to finish a beginner Python course online, and I'll do it in the next 3 months, right?
Way better. They even have examples of those SMART goals for all different types of skills, which I thought was really helpful.
Okay, so love that. But even with a good plan, even if I know what I want to learn, it's still intimidating, right? Like, where do I even start?
The guide goes into that too. They lay out all the different paths you can take. There's online courses, coding boot camps, even traditional certifications if that's your thing. And they talk about like the power of just building something yourself, personal projects.
Personal projects, yes. Because I can read all about how to code, but until I actually build something, even if it's terrible, that's when it clicks.
Totally. Anyone can say they know something, but a personal project, it proves you can actually do it.
Which actually reminds me, this guide doesn't just stop at learning, does it? There's a whole thing about showing off those skills, which, let's be real, that can be scary too.
It's crucial, though. Having the skills is step one, but you gotta let people know you have them. This guide, they give you the tips how to make your resume stand out, how to build a portfolio, even how to use LinkedIn the right way.
Because especially in tech, it's all about who you know. right?
Networking is everything.
This whole deep dive, it's been amazing. AI, cybersecurity, even robots. We talked about blockchain, making tech more sustainable, but if there's one big takeaway, it's got to be adaptability, right?
Absolutely. The world is changing so fast, and this guide, I think they hit the nail on the head. You have to keep learning, always. It's not optional anymore.
It's not about what you know, NW. It's about being ready to learn whatever comes NetXT, which honestly, that's a little scary. This guide, they talk about that, right? Like, how do you not freak out?
They do. They have a whole part about overcoming those challenges and staying motivated,
Yeah.
finding your people, online communities, meetups, places where you can connect with other people who get it, who can help you.
We all need that, right? That support system, especially when you're trying to learn something new, and it's hard.
Totally. And they talk about celebrating the wins, even the small ones. It's so easy to just focus on what you haven't learned yet and forget to look back and see how far you've come.
Love that. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of technical skills, any last words of wisdom? Someone's listening, they're feeling inspired, maybe a little overwhelmed. What's the one thing you want them to take away from all of this?
Don't overthink it. Seriously, pick one thing, one skill, one resource, and just start. Even if it's just signing up for a free online course, reading an article, you don't need to have the whole plan figured out today. Just start learning, stay curious. That's what matters.
I love that. Start small, stay curious, music to my ears. And on that note, we'll leave you with one final thought. If we could master any technical skill instantly, no effort required, which one would you choose? And how would that change your life, your career, the whole world maybe? Think about it. And hey, who knows, maybe next time we deep dive into all this tech stuff, YUA will be the expert we're talking to. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and we'll catch you on the next episode of The Deep Dive.